Okay, so today we're diving into a really intense situation unfolding deep underground in British Columbia.
Yeah, it's quite something. We're talking about the Red Chris mine.
Exactly. Three miners trapped since July 22nd. They're, what, 600 meters down?
Yeah.
It's you can really feel the tension around this.
Well, the remarkable thing really is that they are reported safe. They managed to get into a Minark refuge chamber.
Right, one of those specialized units.
Exactly. Think of it like a reinforced safety room deep underground. It's got its own air, water, comm systems, basically built to keep people alive for days down there.
It really shows how far mine safety has come, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's a testament to those modern protocols.
So our mission here, for you listening, is to unpack this high-tech rescue that's happening right now, but also, peel back the layers a bit.
Look at the mine's history, right? Some controversy there.
Yeah, and the partnerships involved, the indigenous partnerships, and how this all connects to a bigger story about mining safety in Canada.
Okay, so let's start with the immediate problem.
The rescue itself, there's this huge barrier, like a wall of rock and debris blocking their way out. We're talking 20, maybe 30 meters thick.
Yeah, substantial. And the rescue teams, they're facing a massive challenge. They're bringing in some pretty advanced tech, though.
Like that remote-controlled scoop, right?
Yeah.
I saw they got an expedited permit for that.
Exactly. To clear the debris without putting more rescuers at risk. And they're using drones, too, I gather.
Yeah, specialized laser scanning drones mapping the whole collapse zone in 3D. That data goes straight to the geotechnical experts.
So it's a very careful, very deliberate process. Safety first, obviously.
Absolutely. Which means it could take time, weeks, potentially.
And getting communication reestablished, that's got to be a huge priority, too. Just knowing what's happening on the other side.
Definitely. But, this collapse didn't happen in a vacuum.
No, it didn't. And that's where the context becomes really important. This happened during work on a major expansion, right? A fast-tracked one.
The block cave operation.
Exactly. Which is, well, it's an efficient mining method, but it's inherently complex. You're basically inducing controlled collapses to get the ore.
And this specific expansion was prioritized by the BC government.
Right. And the Red Chris mine itself, it has a history. It was flagged in that review after the Mount Polley disaster back in 2014. Similar concerns about tailings dam foundations.
And there were other issues, too. Environmental violations.
Yeah, things like contaminant seepage, issues with wildlife fencing, electrification, documented problems. It really throws that tension into sharp relief, Economic drive versus operational risk, especially at a site with known challenges.
And adding another layer, the mine is on Tahltan Nation territory. This isn't just like a standard land agreement anymore, is it?
Not at all. That 2023 agreement they signed under BC's DRIPA legislation, that was groundbreaking.
DRIPA, that's the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples Act.
Right. It gives the Tahltan Nation real consent rights, significant say in operations, plus major economic benefits. You're talking hundreds of Tahltan members employed, massive revenues for their development corporation.
So this crisis now, it's a huge test for that partnership, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's testing how that co-management, that indigenous sovereignty, works in practice under extreme pressure. It's not just theory anymore.
Yeah, real-world application in an emergency.
And what strikes me is how the miners' survival, their safety in that refuge chamber, connects back to Canada's wider mining safety story.
You mean like lessons learned from past tragedies?
Precisely. Those mandatory refuge chambers, they're a direct result of disasters like Westray back in 1992. Remember that? 26 miners lost.
A terrible incident. Led to major changes, didn't it?
Huge changes. Union advocacy eventually led to the Westray Law in 2004. That amended the criminal code, making corporations criminally liable for negligence causing harm.
So the fact these miners had a refuge chamber to go to
is a direct legacy of that fight. It's a story of ground failure, yes, but also a powerful example of how legislated safety measures born from tragedy can actually work. It turns a potential catastrophe into, well, a stark reminder of progress.
So when we pull all these threads together, what's the key takeaway here?
Well, I think the Red Chris situation, it's more than just a rescue operation.
Yeah, it feels like a stress test, almost.
Yeah.
Pushing modern research, really evolving indigenous partnerships, all happening at once.
Exactly. It's a narrative of failure, the ground failure, but also success, the safety protocols, the legislative legacy, and it's all playing out against that backdrop of, economic pressures and these shifting indigenous relationships.
So something for you to think about. In a world that needs resources, How do we actually strike that balance between meeting those needs, ensuring absolute safety, protecting the environment, and really respecting and implementing true indigenous stewardship?
It's a tough question, and one that incidents like this force us all to confront.